So these are the lifters. Lifters go down in all those little holes that go around the engine right here. And I'm going to put a little lube assembly on the bottom of each one before I drop it down in the hole. The bottom side is flat, that goes against the cam. The top side is spring loaded. This part here can crush down. There's a spring inside there, and this thing also fills with oil. It's what you call a hydraulic lifter. They are more forgiving than a solid lifter. If you have a solid lifter engine, you have to be pretty good at setting the valves on your motor in order to get it to run right and not damage the engine. We won't be getting into that because we don't have a solid lifter motor. So what I'm going to do is just drop some of this onto there, a nice healthy bunch, and then slip it into that hole. I did pour oil all down in there just a few minutes ago. You probably saw me do that. I did that on purpose. I want that to be nice and slippery. Nice and slippery. Yes sir, I do. Here are the lifters in place. There's 16 of them, 2 for each cylinder. I'm going to pour some more oil over in here, and then I'm going to put this little piece right here. This is a little canister that allows the engine oil pressure to go out of the engine. And the little canister goes right here, and there's a bolt where it attaches right here. I didn't want to put this on before I put the lifters in there because it would have been in the way if I did. So now that that's on there, I can attach that little canister thing right there. Inside here. Like the elixir of life. This oil pump is hooked up, and you can tell by watching the distributor. When I turn this motor over, you'll see that distributor spin. That's because I dropped the distributor down in there so that I could see that it was being turned by the gear on the camshaft. When I touch this wire right here, that'll spin over and you'll see all those valves jump up and down. Some of them are jumping. They're not spring loaded right now, so some of them are kind of coming up and floating down, but when they have the spring pressure on there, they'll go up and down with the movement of the shaft. And you probably notice the distributor turning here. Do that again. Put that on the distributor. Okay, so I could put a couple of heads on it now. I thought about wondering about whether I should put something under the motor for a little extra support. It always seems to me like an awful lot of weight on one of those engine stands, but should be okay. So maybe what I'll do is start cleaning up my head. I think I'm going to disconnect the battery thing right here, and I'm going to scrape all of this one more time and then clean that up real good. So I'm going to come over here and work on one of these heads at a time. A little scraping and wiping and cleaning and all that fun stuff. I suppose I could move this over here closer to that. That way I wouldn't have as far to move those heads when I pick them up. Now, I suppose I could look at, I talked about wondering if I should put something under the front of this engine. I've probably got a little piece of wood or something that could go in here. Oh, let that be there. About 18 inches or so.